Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel from here in northeastern rainy Guatemala. It's a very nice chill day today. This light rain is cooling down the humidity. This is a very short video, but I just want to take you guys to a really important, really special little place that I think the world really needs to know more about. This is the archaeological site of Quirigua. This is how it's spelt. You can take your shot at it. Oh, now the rain is picking up. But the one thing that I do want to show you, there's two places here. The first one though is this one. This is Stella number C. It doesn't really tell you much on here about this, but the thing that you need to know about this is that this is the one that predicted the end of the world. You remember back in 2012 how everyone was so famously talking about how the world is going to end, the world is going to end. This is the artifact that they were all pointing to. Basically, this one details the Mayan creation myth. You can see how detailed they are. They're really, really beautiful stones. This one matches almost exactly to Stella A over there, but this one talks about basically the creation and the different cycles of Mayan life. And basically they believe that every few hundred years or so that the world will end, and it's the next beginning of the new world. And so basically they took from this, they counted how many years between each one to determine when the next end of the world is going to be. And this one is the one that predicted that in 2012 that the world would end. And so everybody thought the world was going to end just because this stone in the middle of Guatemala was saying that it would end. It's a nice thought, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, the world did not end, unfortunately. But the stone is still standing here, and maybe it'll predict the end of the next world. This one was supposed to end, I think, the 4th or the 5th world, so it should last well into the 6th world, I believe. But really nice little stone. They're really, really intricately carved, as you can see. I'm amazed, actually, that nobody knows more about this place. As you can see, literally nobody here. You can just see Bryn walking all the way over there in the distance, but other than that, empty little site. Okay, there's one other place I want to show you too, and then I'll wrap this up. But let me go over there, one sec. Hola. Now you can't really accurately grasp, just when I get close to it, how exactly tall this thing is. Because this stone is well over 30 feet tall. So again, this is Estella E over here. Let's see, it's talking more about the archaeological groups. What's important about this one is that, what's amazing actually is that they were standing tall for so long, and then not too long ago, I think in the 1900s or so, that with a rainstorm, then this one fell over. And remarkably, it all stayed together when it fell over, just landed flat. And so then they tried bringing it back up with a winch, and then it dropped again, and then it did break into pieces. So they put it back together with some concrete that you can see over there on that side right there. But it's actually really, really quite impressive how it's so big and how it's lasted. There's some really nice zoological ones. This one looks like a turtle, I guess, or a snake's head. And then this one over here as well, extraordinarily detailed. You can see that this one is leaning off to the side quite precariously, but it looks so mysterious, so mythical. And that is Guatemala. I recommend you guys come. It's, as I said, nobody here. Nice and calm, quiet, got the birds. And now we've reached the Acropolis part. Hola.
Hola, adelante.
Anyway, so now we're in the Acropolis, and as you can see, it's like the central area. This would have been the center of the city. At the time, I think only about 2,000 people properly actually lived here, because most people lived in the surrounding areas. But this place was essentially a big trading post. It connects between some of the other big cities. But what put this place on the map, aside for its stelas, of course, which were some of the most intricate in the entire Mayan world, the sandstone here allowed really tall sculptures. It was really nice quality stone. But one thing that put this place on the map is that one day, some of the villagers here, they were out scouting around, and they accidentally stumbled into the king of one of the neighboring places. And in Mayan culture, when something really bad happens, like if there's an earthquake, or this area is next to the river, so when they were living here, the river flooded and all this area was covered in silt. So when things are really bad, what they do is they do sacrifices. And the kings are like the voice of God to these people. And so they essentially believed that if they could capture one of the neighboring kings, which is like another voice of God, then they'd sacrifice that king to appease the gods. And that's exactly what they did. They captured the king of Copan or whatever, they brought him here, beheaded him, and put this place on the map because, hey, cool, all the spirits are in line here. So, but anyway, it's a really a beautiful place. And as I said, I mean, nobody's out here. It's just completely empty in the rain of Guatemala. So, okay, that's gonna wrap it up. See you guys later. Goodbye from Quirigua.